So earlier in the week, we did some guard retention stuff on one of the noon classes, right? So he's up here, and he's defending. So I'm going to go like a Torreando style pass, and he's going to work on trying to find my lead arm that's going to come down first, right? So I'm going to get just some pants grips, right? Inside of his knees, elbows in, right? I'm trying to come out here. He's focusing on this arm, okay? When that happens, if he focuses on that arm and I just try to go shoulder down first, I'm going to have a hard time finishing that. So if this makes any sense, so if I'm here, focus, right? I'm trying to come down here. It's hard for me to get in. He's going to start circling, right, and facing me. So when that happens, if I feel that defense is coming over here, I'm going to go all the way around, almost like to like north-south, okay? So I could be faking, right? I come all the way here, right? He's still using his frames. I'm going to go in the middle, okay, and finish that. So I'm going to go way wide, circle all the way out to like 45 degrees off of his shoulder, or all the way north-south, and my head's going to go in between the defense. Does that make sense? Were you able to see that, kind of what I was doing? Yes.
So you have to do that before he throws the short lasso?
Yes, I can't stay out here and stop.
Yeah.
Because if I do, right, I'm trying to drive the leg and right, if I drive the leg and come down, right, you keep that arm on, right, I can't finish, right? So if I get stuck out here, that leg comes, okay? So this could be multiple attempts, one side to the next. When I get around here, I'm gonna go all the way around to hopefully mitigate his ability to get that leg around there, right? So maybe I come over here, right? It's not working. Here, inside, okay? And what I want is he's framing, right? Go inside that defense. And when that happens, I control the space between his knees and elbows. Does that make sense? Yes? Yeah. You hear quiet? Are we good? Yeah.
So like when you're passing on this side, what's stopping him from doing the frame defense on the opposite side from this side?
What if I try to come down?
Yeah.
He possibly could, right? He could try to sit up. The problem is you talking about this one?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
If you're trying to go around the opposite side to the shoulder, what's stopping him from doing that?
Well, the problem is he's committed his hands first, right? So he's in here, right? You were here Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
So we were defending like this is ideally what's coming, right? So I'm trying to get outside of that angle for him to get that leg there.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, so that
if I blow past him, then he comes up on this elbow, right? So if I just blew right past him and like threw his legs across as I came down, then he could sit up on that, right?
Yeah.
But here, he's trying to stay with me and circle this. I'm not staying here. I'm going to go all the way around.
Okay, so it's just a different.
And then if he's going to try to keep his knees and elbows together, I'm literally looking for the space in between. I'm just going to bury my head through that spot. Does that make sense? So I'm going to circle all the way around. Let's turn it this way. Okay. So here, I come out. He's defending. Right? I'm here. Right in. Side. Okay? Elbow inside. I can sit through. Right? And we'll talk about that in a minute. But I want to get this space. I want to get just off the side of his head and then get this space in between his armpits, his armpit and his knees, right? I want to control that inside position with both of my arms. Does that make sense? So from the control perspective, normally we're trying to beat the hips first. So everything's inverted here. This would be the hip section I'm controlling first, right? I'm getting inside the space, and that's what I would consider what his head would be. So I'm going there second. This is the first spot I have to deal with. Does that make sense? All right, so try that. Just basic Torreando out to the side. He's going to defend. He's going to go 2-on-1 on that lead arm that's going to come down. And then we're going to circle to north-south, basically, from that position. So like Leandro Lowe, somebody that made this type thing famous, he always went all the way around. Well, not always, but I would say majority of the time went all the way around. And then went through the middle. Okay? So try that real quick. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to go here. Right? He's defending. I go all the way around. I dive in. Here. Okay? If I don't get in, I got my right elbow in. Let's turn this way. But I didn't get my left elbow in. Turn. Good. Okay. Everybody can see this. So Turn one more time. Good. All right. So I'm here. I get my left elbow inside, and I'm worried about. I get my ribs on the side of his face, and I'm inside on his armpits. Okay, hands by his hips. I could grab the belt, I could grab the pants, or I could just black at his hip bones. Okay. What I don't want to allow him to do is to make distance. Grips in here, make distance away, and he can start to swing to come up to one side, right? Or to get his legs in. Okay. So I'm going to stay inside. My ribs on his side of his face. Once I'm here, I'm going to sit through here. Okay, I'm going to close that elbow against his armpit. And then now I'm working for this. Okay, I like to be at the end of the lever. Notice how my left knee is going to come up towards his rib. Look, he's lifting him up because I'm hitting him with an Americana and I haven't even moved. Okay, I'm not trying to get his leg here or his arm here because now I'm on his elbow. I want to be on his wrist. My knee goes to his hip. See, that's lifting him up, and my knee just turns down. The finish is me taking his elbow to his ribs.
Ooh.
Okay? I can pull up on it if I need to. I generally don't need to. Just this is enough to almost get him, so now I walk in.
That scorpion.
No, that one's not. But this is very easy, okay? And you catch a lot of them, okay? If not, he gets to this spot, and he's like, absolutely not. He's going to wrap around my back. All right, I start to trap it, turn, set over. I have his arm in my armpit. Finish right here, okay? So there's a bunch of options for that too. Just practice sitting through, and you can hit that Americana if you want. Just get the wrist. One more time. So from here, sit through here, and then he's usually somewhere in here, and I go for a C grip on his wrist and try to push it down and trap here. Once I have this, sorry, I'm all the way towards the wrist, and I turn this knee down. So I'm on the side of my foot. This knee goes towards his hip, and I lift, right, and then walk in. Okay, they're gonna tap way before I have to do too much. Does that make sense? Any questions? So get inside and sit through. Once I have the inside position on both arms, sit through. That arm's gonna be laying across my waist. And just work from there. All right, 1, 2, 3.